The Cellcast is recorded in front of a live streaming audience.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Cellcast. Joining me today is a man who's got brains in his ears. Welcome, Jacob.
I thought I had wax in my ears.
That just depends on how often you clean them.
That is true. Why, thank you. Let me use my irony. Let me introduce our co-host, a man who sometimes just feels like a monster. Welcome, Drew.
Hey, sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't.
And sometimes you just generally are.
Because Almond Joy's got nuts, and Mounds don't, because sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. So, and I just like dark chocolate, so. Anyway, tonight we are going a place we haven't gone in a while, not because we're trying to do less work.
No.
It's just, this is how things ended up.
Yes.
We are tonight reviewing a animated short by Disney that Disney apparently doesn't want anyone to watch, just because they don't put it out on their stuff. The only way we even got to see it was some nice person uploaded it to YouTube. So, assuming that thing is still there, go search that out. But tonight we are reviewing the much forgotten about horror short from the 90s, Runaway Brain.
It's more buried than anything.
Buried, yes. Because I don't think most people even know this exists unless you hang out on certain YouTube channels. So, why don't we go ahead and jump into the spoiler-free section on this?
Certified fresh and spoiler-free.
So while this is the first time I've watched it all the way through, without any commentary or review cut-ins or anything like that, I have seen, I know Nostalgia Critic did a Dark Toons episode on this that was very interesting. And that's the primary reason I know about it. But yeah, basically this was a cartoon, an animated short that originally was supposed to be in front of 8 different films. Only got released with A Kid in King Arthur's Court.
Well, it got released with A Kid in King Arthur's Court, and then it got released with a few others, but that was about it in different regions.
And it didn't even stay connected to those long because they decided they wanted to show more trailers for movies instead of showing the short, because this is a scary short for kids. It doesn't exactly put Mickey Mouse in the best of light.
Yes.
Even though it wasn't technically Mickey Mouse, but people are stupid.
Yeah.
But
I understand where people want to protect an icon or something like that.
I do.
You don't want to put your character in a situation where they're going to look bad.
And I get that. But for the most part, we're not even worried about that. We're just here to talk about the short itself and whether or not it does a good job. This is not Mickey Mouse's first foray into horror. As there are a couple of old 1930s shorts, specifically The Mad Doctor, that not only is it a horror short that features Mickey Mouse nearly getting his gut ripped open with a rusty saw blade, it too is no longer promoted through Disney. In fact, it's actually the Mad Doctor is actually the first animated short to enter the public domain for Mickey Mouse.
Really?
Yeah. But we're not covering the Mad Doctor tonight.
No.
It's just the closest thing I have that's common
relative
with it.
to that.
Right.
In fact, I think that was a large inspiration from the Mad Doctor.
Would not surprise me. In fact, I thought about pairing the Mad Doctor with this, but unfortunately, we didn't get that scheduled in there.
No.
Before we got to this part of it.
That would have been a cool double feature.
Right, but it comes and goes. We'll hit the Mad Doctor later. So, yeah, it's a good little fun short. Like all of our Halloween movies so far, depending on your kid. Maybe, but some kids might get spooked at this, if we're being honest.
Yes.
So just bear that in mind. But, I think as a kid, I would have been fine with this. So what are your thoughts?
So I'd never heard of this until I think a couple of months ago, because I was on YouTube or whatever, and apparently YouTube knows that I love animation. So
I wonder why.
So I was scrolling and I saw this review over Disney's Runaway Brain. I'm trying to remember the headline. It was the one that Disney buried, I think.
Yeah.
I think I sent you the documentary over it.
Yeah, I didn't get around to it, but I had already seen Nostalgia Critic, so I've got a pretty decent idea on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this one takes more of like a real deep dive, where it's a different type of review.
Fair enough.
And I would highly recommend actually watching.
It was a Saber Spark review, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. I sent you I think a text message on it. One of those. But this be like I saw that review and I was like, okay, this thing actually exists. So, and they're gonna be like, I changed.
Oh, yeah, this wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. So I saw that review and I was like, I never heard of this before. And so I found it online. I found it on YouTube itself. And I was like, you know what? Because originally in this slot was going to be an anime horror.
Yeah.
Think Aliens, but done poorly. So I switched it, not even watching beforehand. I was like, you know what? This sounds better. Be like, it's a Disney short, and it's something that has been completely forgotten. Or at least those who never saw it before has been completely forgotten from the Disney. As I think that one reviewer that I saw viewed it as it's that Disney short that Disney has buried underneath the vault.
Fair.
So upon watching it the other day, while being homesick, I found this short so delightful, and it's almost a breath of fresh air when it comes to Mickey Mouse. Because there again, he always has this squeaky clean, oh boy, shucks kind of character. Be like, he's never really, because the way they portray him in this short, it's definitely a 90s, be like trying to modernize Mickey Mouse, where Mickey is playing video games and he's absent-minded, and I don't want to say Mickey didn't have a job, but
it doesn't show.
It doesn't show that. But I thoroughly enjoyed this little romp into a long forgotten history of Mickey Mouse that it's not reported on that much about Mickey Mouse. Even like official documentaries about Mickey Mouse never bring it up. I think in the past I may have seen a clip from it somewhere, and had no context of what it was. But upon this review, I absolutely adore it. Now, if you want a copy of it, be like an actual physical copy.
Good luck.
Good luck, because these are out of print, and Disney is not reprinting these. But be like, I think I think you can find it on Internet Archives. I think it's there. I think so.
I think more than likely you can find it out on the archive.
Yeah, you can find it in Archives. It's on YouTube right now. So if you want to go find it, go watch it for yourself. It's really enjoyable. It's different.
We'll say the one we watched on YouTube does not look like a VHS rip, but then I don't know how they got that clean a transfer. Yeah. So unless somebody leaked it, which is always possible, maybe it was Laserdisc.
It could have been a Laserdisc. It could have been a like a high resolution of a. And
it may have got. I couldn't. I mean, maybe it's on your stuff, but I couldn't find where it ever got released on home video ever.
It was on home video because it was part of collections.
Okay, that's probably how we got it.
Disney collections.
There's probably a early DVD or a Laserdisc that had it on there.
There's early DVDs of it.
All right. Well, then,
which are all out of print right now, so good luck buying them.
On that note, why don't we go ahead and jump into the spoiler-filled section on Disney's Runaway Brain. The following is a spoiler-filled review for the theatrical short Disney's Runaway Brain. Listener discretion is advised. Runaway Brain was directed by Chris Bailey, who most recently directed Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank.
Oh,
That's that kung fu movie that's technically a very loose adaptation of Blazing Saddles.
that's right.
So I haven't watched it yet, but that came out back in
we did that in the
2022,
news
I
at one
think.
point.
Yeah. Because it was like the weirdest thing we had ever heard.
Yeah, I was like, what in
Like
the
you're
world?
making a kid's version of Blazing Saddles?
I'm intrigued now.
And we still didn't watch it.
No,
so
we haven't.
One day.
Eventually it'll get there.
Yes. It was written by Tim Hauser. Getting into the cast for this one, oh, of course, it's based on Mickey Mouse and many, many horror movies. But getting into the cast on this one, we got Wayne Allwine as Mickey Mouse. And do you know what Shining Time Station is?
No.
Do you know what Thomas the Tank Engine is?
Yes.
Shining Time Station was the original way Thomas the Tank Engine was introduced to us in the United States
Okay.
on PBS.
Ah.
And Wayne Allwine played a pirate on that show.
Okay.
I don't want to know how.
Me either, because I didn't have PBS growing up, so...
Fair enough. Ressie Taylor was the voice of Minnie Mouse. And in Jetsons the movie, she played Fergie Furbelow, the little blue snot ball.
Snot ball. I love your description.
Jim Cummings played the monster. And he was Darkwing Duck in Darkwing Duck.
Of course. And a slew of other voices.
Bill Farmer was the voice of Pluto for, all 2 barks in this film?
Yeah, I think
not a lot.
3 or 4 barks at least.
But he was Sylvester, Yosemite Sam, and Foghorn Leghorn in Space Jam. And lastly...
Hold on.
Along with many other things.
Yeah, about to say, you're missing one of his most crucial roles he ever did as a Disney character.
I left that off for a reason. We'll get to it.
Okay, gotcha. Well, never mind. I know where you're going with
And
this.
lastly, Kelsey Grammer as Dr. Frankenolly
Frankenolly.
instead of Frankenstein.
Frankenolly.
Yes, and of course he was Fraser Crane on Frasier and Cheers.
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts connections. I'm going to throw you a loop on this one. How many Kingdom Hearts connections do we not have?
Oh, jeez. About to say, it's like most of these people have worked on this. So I don't know. I don't know if you're throwing me a curveball to make me think it's higher.
It's a bit of a curveball.
Yeah, it's a bit of a curveball. So, and again, be like,
Don't think too hard about this.
You know how hard it is not to overthink things.
Only 2. I will say this: only 2 of the characters. No, I take it back. 3 of the people. I will say. I'm giving you this much. There's at least 3. They played in this what they played in one of their roles in Kingdom Hearts.
Of course. Be like, I know Bill Farmer. I know Jim Cummings. I know. So I would probably go with this is 95, and a lot of these voice actors have been doing this for decades. So
At least since the 80s.
At least since the 80s. So I'd probably go with a nice 5.
You are one off. Only one of these actors has not appeared in Kingdom Hearts. 4 of them have.
Oh, okay. So it's 4. Okay.
Yeah. Wayne
I was
Allwine is King Mickey Mouse in Kingdom Hearts.
I didn't realize is he still doing the voice?
Unfortunately, both Wayne Allwine and Russie Taylor have passed.
They have passed.
But they were married to each other.
Yeah, which is ironic.
Yeah. And Russie Taylor did play Queen Minnie Mouse. With Jim Cummings playing Pete, who is the monster is based off of in this. And Bill Farmer, along with Pluto, was also Goofy. Kelsey Grammer has not appeared in a Kingdom Hearts game yet.
I would gather he hasn't, but you never know.
Keyword, yet.
Yes, yet.
What do we got at info and stuff?
All right, so info and stuff. I got to pull my notes up. All right, info and stuff. Ever since this was a short, I couldn't find like IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes because you would literally have to do that for a Kid in a Knight's Tale, a Kid in King Arthur's Court. That's what I meant to say. So I didn't want to go off that. So I just kind of went with be like, I couldn't find that information. So be like, if you have that information, you know this information top of your head, please send it to me. It'd be great. So production was Walt Disney Feature Animation. This was actually their French division who did this.
They're French?
France.
I know, but you combined France with French, and it became French.
French.
Welcome to French.
Distribution was Buena Vista Pictures Distribution. Its runtime was 7 minutes. Its release date was August 11th, 2000. Come on, Jacob. August 11th, 2000. August 11th, 1995, as a in front of a kid in King Arthur's court. I'm just getting so tongue-tied tonight. It's something funny. Box office going off a kid in King Arthur's court. Had an estimated budget of $50 million. Its opening weekend for the United States and Canada was $4.3 million. Its domestic gross was $13.5 million. Its international gross, catch this, 340,562. Of a grand total between domestic and international was 13,747, 279 million dollars.
That is shared with a kid in King Arthur's court.
So yeah, because they were already reviews going out, because it was like, this isn't Mickey Mouse, but like even Siskel and Ebert were like, they were reviewing the short on top of Kid in King Arthur's court. Be like this, they both gave it a thumbs down, which is like, how? But either or. All right, so home release. It did get a home release, people. The short was released on May 18th, 2004, a part of the Walt Disney Treasure Mickey Mouse in Living Color, Volume 2, 1939 to today. Again, it's out of print.
Yeah.
I did find this, but this was part of the, I think, wiki article, but this information is actually invalid because it's not available now. But apparently at one point it was available on Movies Anywhere, exclusive digital download with.
Well, technically it would still be if you put in the digital code at the time, any of the places where Disney Movies Anywhere connected to,
yes,
you still have connection to it there, unless that service has dropped it for some reason.
Yes. Yeah, because it's exclusive download with the Walt Disney Animation Studios short film collection, which again is out of print already.
Yeah.
All right. It was also released on Super 8 film by
Super 8.
Super 8 films.
That's old.
Yeah, that's old. Super 8. And Duran Film Services. So that is all the information I have for you.
All right, getting into the summary. On a dark and stormy evening, Minnie Mouse arrives at Mickey Mouse's house and discovers that he has forgotten about the anniversary of their first date.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Mickey then comes up with a last-minute idea to take her to a miniature golf course and shows her a newspaper advertisement for it. But she instead notices another ad for a trip to Hawaii, which is overpriced, and mistakes it for the gift. After Minnie leaves, Mickey panics over how he can make that much money when Pluto shows him the want ads, and Mickey sees that an ad for Dr. Frankenolly to earn the amount of money that he needs for a mindless day's work. Upon arriving at Frank and Ollie's residence, Mickey is dropped down a trapdoor into the chimpanzee scientist's laboratory, where he reveals his plan to switch the donor's brain with that of an enormous Pete-resembling monster, Julius. Although the experiment takes Frank and Ollie's life, it is a success nonetheless, as Mickey and Julius's brains are switched. In the new body, Julius finds Mickey's wallet and notices a photo of Minnie, with whom he instantly becomes smitten. He escapes from the laboratory and finds Minnie while she is shopping for swimsuits. After Minnie immediately mistakes Julius for Mickey, the latter arrives to save her, but Minnie becomes terrified of him due to the appearance of Julius's body and panics, until Mickey convinces her of who he is and places her at the top of a skyscraper for safety. As Julius continues to pursue Minnie and a battle between him and Mickey occurs, they land on a telephone line and become electrocuted, sending their brains back into their proper bodies. Continuing their fight at the skyscraper where Minnie is, Mickey manages to subdue Julius using a billboard advertising the trip to Hawaii there and saves her. The couple eventually travel to Hawaii together on an inflatable boat pulled by Julius, who is goaded by Mickey into chasing after the photo of Minnie in his wallet. Getting into the trivia for this one, for the short, the character name Dr. Frankenolly, besides being the obvious Frankenstein reference, is also a reference to legendary Disney animators Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnston. He was originally going to be named Dr. X, Dr. XX, or Dr. XXX, like the villain from The Mad Doctor, 1933, but were forced to avoid doing so.
That makes sense.
The items in Mickey's wallet are as follows. 1. A picture from Steamboat Willie, 1928. 2. A library card with the Gilliard County Library, number 2495-21095. His Social Security card. Mickey Mouse's Social Security card, for everyone curious, is number 746552769. Mickey Mouse's identity will now be stolen. Number 4, a stamp, ticket stub, and coin, and lastly, of course, a picture of Mickey and Minnie. The shot of Mickey standing silhouetted under a street lamp outside the lab mirrors an iconic image from the classic horror film The Exorcist from 1973.
Agreed, it does.
The creature is called Julius, but closely resembles classic Disney villain Pete, including his peg leg and his voice provided by Jim Cummings, who is the current voice of Pete. As Mickey is falling down the trapdoor chute, a pink slip with the initials JK is glimpsed fluttering down the chute with him. This is a reference to the firing of Jeffrey Katzenberg from Walt Disney Animation Studios just the previous year.
Katzenberg. Well, no, I can't say it because it's not technically Katzenberg's fault. It was...
Katzenberg made a lot of mistakes, I think we can both agree on, but he was doing his best.
He was doing his best, and obviously, I can't remember who was the head of Disney at that point.
Eisner,
yeah, because it was more Eisner than anything. But either or, continue.
Zazu, the Hornbill from The Lion King, 1994, appears briefly on 2 occasions, going by too fast to be seen at regular speed. First, he's part of the debris being sucked down the trapdoor, then he is spit out of the monster's mouth as it growls at Mickey.
I did not realize that second part.
Mickey's arrival at Dr. Frankenolly's street, I already read this, it repeated on me twice.
It happens.
Runaway Brain was also planned to be attached to 101 Dalmatians, 1996, but was pulled out of theaters at the last minute so that the trailers for Hercules, 1997, That Darn Cat, also 1997, Jungle to Jungle, also 1997, and George of the Jungle, 1997, could play instead.
I wonder why.
While voicing Sideshow Bob on The Simpsons since 1990, this is Kelsey Grammer's first time voice acting in a theatrical production. Later, he'd go on to voice Vladimir in Anastasia, Stinky Pete, the Prospector in Toy Story 2,
which we reviewed,
Dr. Ivan Crank in the movie Teacher's Pets, which was a Disney Toon movie. It was based on a TV show, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Tin Man in Legends of Oz, Dorothy's Return, 2013.
Okay.
And Hunter the Stork in Storks from 2016.
Oh gosh, I remember. I mean, like I have that on DVD. I haven't watched it yet.
Lastly,
I'm kind of afraid to.
Yeah. Lastly, this is the only Mickey Mouse short to use Disney's in-house digital ink and paint software, CAPS. the computer animation production system developed by Pixar Animation Studios. And that's all I got for trivia. What is your first thought on this short?
My first thought. It is a edgy, beloved treasure. Or in this case, lost treasure.
Yes.
Because, again, on first view, I was like, what in the world am I watching? And what, like, there's a part of me I really wish I had not seen the little documentary that I saw that kind of clued me in on what this was, because
You wish you'd seen it blind.
yeah, I wish I would have more of a blind or a clean reaction to it, because it's so jarring. It's such a jarring, lovely treasure. I know I'm repeating myself, but this is just, I love it. It's so good. It's so good. It's different. It takes a different perspective of Mickey Mouse. And again, I understand where the director was coming from. I understand the writer, what they were doing, because they're trying to drag Mickey Mouse in the 20th century.
Yeah, trying to do something interesting with him, because by the 90s, Mickey Mouse cartoons were so sanitized. I think me and you didn't even think. Granted, we didn't know each other at the time.
No,
but that's not the kind of thing we thought about enjoying. A Mickey Mouse cartoon,
right?
Whereas I think both of us would have been fine watching a Tom and Jerry or Looney Tunes at the time.
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse, that's for kids. That's kids stuff.
Yeah, because the last Mickey Mouse thing that came out was the Prince and Pauper. The Prince and the Pauper.
And that was definitely a kids movie.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, because that was the last thing they had put Mickey in. Because at that point, he was just more the icon.
For so long, I think most of the Disney theatrical short casts, like Mickey, Donald, Goofy, the whole kit and caboodle. Donald, you had at least a little bit more run-in with him, along with Huey, Dewey, and Louie in DuckTales. And Goofy, you had Goof Troop.
Yeah, because
Mickey had nothing on TV to kind of bring him into a more modern sense. He was still, oh boy, I'm Mickey Mouse and I like doing all this stuff, and there's no way I'd be a bad guy to anybody.
Yeah, there's so much to be like. They want to keep their iconic character, because they're perfectly fine with doing everything with, like you said, Donald, because be like he was in DuckTales.
And by this time,
Quack Pack.
Quack Pack would have been out by this time.
Yeah, Quack Pack would have been around. Goofy, obviously, with Goof Troop and the Goofy movie.
So this is the same year Goofy movie came out.
Yeah,
too,
which is weird. Yeah, you're right. It was, but yeah, there's something about it that's just very charming, very magical, and it's just one of those hidden little treasures you never knew about. And once you learn about it, it's like, where has this been? They're like, I would love to have a copy of it, but as of right now, it's not available. So maybe Disney at some point will realize you have a huge fan base for this little short, and they'll finally bring it out. They may not.
You're going to have to get Disney to have the guts to release stuff they're ashamed of.
That is true.
So you'd have to put out like all the other Disney shorts that they have set aside. They'd have to have the guts to put out Song of the South.
Yeah.
And I just don't see that in their future. It's just not something I see them doing, unfortunately.
Probably not, but it'd be like,
I think you do have a better chance of this than Song of the South, unfortunately. But
a man can dream, right?
Yeah.
But
I think we're more likely to get a release of the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Oh,
than
gosh.
this. So,
I just started watching that. That was, oh my gosh.
Don't worry. When we have to do that later,
I'm aware.
We have at least a much easier version to watch.
Rip tracks, right?
Yes, I will have that to you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
So,
but yeah, that's my first, like, it is a hidden gem that is just very much beloved in my heart when it comes to animation.
My first like for this, I'm going to say that it's dark.
Yes.
And your first thought is going to be that, it's a darker take for Mickey Mouse, and that's odd. And I do, and don't get me wrong, I do enjoy that. But the thing is, if we're talking about general tone, this really is not that much different than any other Mickey Mouse short really out there, which fits in with what it's doing. No, what I mean by it's dark is that the colors in this on all the on the characters and backgrounds and such are so nicely saturated that it really you just feel the contrast. And so when you get to these more darker scenes, it like really feels like you're in the murk in such a way. Which allows the short, I think, to really play off of it being a parody of really 70s and 80s horror movies, which is really what it's doing. And yeah, you got the Frankenstein thing in there too, but mostly when you're looking at this, this is definitely playing into the idea of The Exorcist or not Conjuring, because that would have been after this, but the Freddy versus Jason of this kind of in a way.
Gotcha.
Like I said, the 70s and 80s horror films that were, kind of violent, kind of dark, but still very iconic. And I think this is them trying to do their best to kind of do that.
Yeah, kind of
parody that. And I like that. And it helps that the contrast and all the colors is so deep. I do think this is one of the advantages of the Caps system, that this is the only Mickey Mouse short to ever take advantage of, is that it allows them to do that. Because you could have gotten this, I think, maybe with the old with the old ink and paint.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would have been this deep a color, if that makes sense.
Probably not.
So yeah, I like how dark it is in terms of the colors, because it really makes you feel like you're in the murkiness.
Fair.
So what's your second like?
My second like, it is like you brought up the fact that like this was the first at least Disney short to use the cap system,
specifically the first Mickey Mouse. I think there might have been a couple others that technically did it.
Yeah, but it'd be like, this is a beautifully animated. Be like the use of pull and stretch, the use of like every technique. The fact that like this was a project that was pushed off to France, to their France division, which I think they recently purchased at that time.
This was right around that time, because if you've seen the Goofy movie documentary, Not More Than a Goof, they actually talk about how that was made over in the French.
That was also
in the France division. Around the time that Disney was taking over control of Euro Disney and turning it into Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
Which is the same park, but it's better run.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll be like, if you watch this thing, you go find it. And there's higher resolutions of this film where you can find it, but it is such a, like, the way it's animated is so gorgeous. I'm like, wow. Like, definitely when you get into the when the monster who has Mickey's brain, or when the monster is in Mickey's brain.
Yes.
Like how
you get Rabid Mickey.
You get Rabid Mickey, and you get all of these like incredible action scenes where it's just running running amok on the street. He's trying to chase Minnie down, and it's Mickey as the monster trying to stop all of this. And it's just like, it's so beautifully done. Oh my gosh, I love the animation. How it holds to what traditional animation is, because at that point they were still doing hand-drawn animation, which again is a lost art.
Yes,
there are rumors that Disney is going to go back to classical, but probably not. You never know. It could be it would be a wish fulfillment if they would, but probably not. They
will never go back to classic cell animation, because that's entirely too expensive. I can see them going back to something that's maybe a hybrid digital, where it is still 2D, but they're still doing it digitally.
Okay. Yeah, because the last time they did anything, at least, hand drawn, at least, was Princess and the Frog.
Yeah. And you go back to last week when we reviewed The Day the Earth Blew Up. Yeah. That is technically considered hand drawn, even though it was done in a computer.
Really?
Because,
yeah, that's right.
Because it was hand drawn on digital tablets.
That's right. because that's probably the new animation form anyway.
Right.
Instead of just building everything in the computer.
At least it's not vector.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, I like vector animation. Yeah. But I like this too. I like this a lot more.
Right. But I think overall, like, this is beautifully done. And again, it's a hidden treasure. Be like, if you've never heard of this, if you've never heard of it, like, go search for it, watch it, and let us know what you think of this. This is a just beautiful piece of animation that has lost the time. Or at least Disney wants you to think that.
They just don't want you to even know it exists. So we're sticking it to the mouse. My second like for this is actually the use of, well, basically how violent this thing is for a Mickey Mouse cartoon. Because like I talked about earlier, Mickey Mouse is probably the safest character Disney has been with. They have not really let Mickey Mouse do a lot of odd things, like dangerous things. Like a couple years ago, we reviewed Once Upon a Christmas, I think.
Yes.
And it was made up of 3 shorts, and of those, the Mickey and Minnie one, which was which is based on Gift of the Magi, was like the dullest because they were being safe with it.
Well, again, be like, it's the icon. Be like, you can't do anything. It's going to damage him.
It's the trademark of the company. They have to be very careful with at least that classic design. But I like how here it's like, okay, we get Rabid Mickey.
Yes.
For one thing.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, he is scary
design wise.
In that.
Yeah.
You get Pete like 3 times his size as the monster.
Yeah.
And I like how the way they animate that, you can actually tell when the monster is in the monster's body and when Mickey is in the monster's body, and vice versa with Mickey. But you get like that call back to The Exorcist, the violence of the chase, the violence of the transfer process.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Where they're being electrocuted that transfers their brains from one body to the other.
And the fact that the scientist gets fried in the process.
Yes. It's like, this is stuff Bugs Bunny doesn't do.
Yeah.
And Mickey Mouse did it. And that's what's both strange and awesome about this short.
Exactly.
It's like, this is not a classic Mickey Mouse short, and yet that's what makes it a classic.
Yes.
And why Disney doesn't want to put it out there, because it's not safe. So yeah, I guess I like how violent for a Mickey Mouse for a modern Mickey Mouse short this actually is.
Absolutely.
What's your third like?
My third like kind of bounces off yours because it's character design, because you have like Drew said, Rabid Mickey.
Yeah.
Which would be like, if you go and look at the concept, the concept designs are really, really striking, because it's something you think Disney would never approve, because Katzenberg originally approved it before he got ousted or he left or whatever.
And it was too far along for them to cancel it, I guess.
Yeah, so it'd be like, you have design, you have the design of the Pete monster, and you have Dr. Franken. How do you pronounce his name? Frankenolly. Voiced by Kelsey Grammer, which I didn't realize until I was like, wait a minute, that's Kelsey Grammer. Oh my gosh. Like, pinch me. This is amazing. No, don't even try it. Don't even. But
you asked.
Metaphorically. Yeah, the design is so well done, and the fact that like you have Franken what's his face be like, it's fried in the middle of the short, and or Dr. Franken Honey, or whatever his name is, because I'm gonna keep rolling with it because I think it's funny.
Keep going. Keep going.
Franco, what's it? Anyways,
my third line.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, the design in this movie is incredible. You have Dr. Frank. We need to see him that often. Stein.
Oh, Jiminy Crickets.
I broke
It's not him either.
No, it's not.
Frank and Ollie. Literally, it's the words Frank and Ollie.
I'm aware. I'm trying to play puns on it, Mickey. You just lose your mind.
Yes, but you're
Like Mickey.
You're putting a stop to the flow of the show. Continue.
It happens. But I love the design. I love how like it subverts your expectation of a Disney of a especially a Disney film, or in that case a Mickey short. And it's just I thoroughly enjoy it. And again, highly recommend it. Go find it. Go watch it on YouTube. And maybe if a lot of people start talking about this, Disney might actually turn from their ways and might put it out for people to actually enjoy in high definition. That'd be cool. But one can dream, right? So that's my
Perhaps.
third like. So what is your third like, Dr. Franken whatever?
My third like for this film actually is Dr. Frank and Ollie.
Ah, okay.
For a original character created for this, just as an excuse for it to make this happen, I think Kelsey Grammer does actually a good job.
Oh my gosh,
he's pretty much playing like a more crazy version of Frasier, or maybe something closer to Sideshow Bob. What little I've seen of that character in The
more
Simpsons.
Sideshow Bob.
But he's got this very maniacal doctor-esque feel to him, and the fact that at one point when Mickey Mouse, after getting stuck in the monster's body, goes to pick him up and he just falls out of his skin. It's like,
Oh, gee.
oh, well, he's dead. that can't be good.
I think the last time I ever saw that was probably the Black Cauldron.
Yeah, like, oh, this isn't your father's Mickey Mouse film.
No, it's not.
But I think Kelsey Grammer does a good job of just bringing the character to life for just a few short minutes he's there.
Oh, yeah.
Just to give you this idea of like, and here's this crazy guy who's going to make Mickey's life terrible
For the
next couple minutes. And yeah, he does his job in his own. I thought he did a good job in this.
Yeah.
And this is probably the only time that the character would ever get any call out. So yeah.
Technically what I've read is Dr. Frank, whatever his face is, he's actually mentioned in, or he's seen in, I think it's like
He might
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Train, I think. Because I'd be like, I haven't been there yet, but what I understand, there's a portion where you do see the character.
Okay.
So he is referenced.
So yeah, Dr. Frank and Ollie actually is my third like for this film.
Okay.
What's your first dislike?
First dislike that it's not relatively available. That it's been buried underneath the Disney, quote unquote, the Disney vault. And the only way you can see it is on YouTube. Or if you go out and buy a very expensive VHS collection.
Or DVD. Maybe Laserdisc.
No, they're not on Blu-ray.
Oh, I'm sorry. Super 8. Go buy a Super 8 film. Project that on the wall.
Oh, wow.
You get a lot cleaner copy of it than you would on VHS.
Probably. But overall, be like, yeah, it's sad that we don't have real access to this. Be like, unless you're one of those very fortunate kids who got one of these collections when you were younger or whatever, maybe you bought it when you were a lot younger and you didn't realize the short was on it. And I might have to look that up on eBay, see what they're running right now. But overall, but like, yeah, it's just the availability of it. It's just that you can't watch it only on YouTube. What is your first dislike?
That it took me until the last 5 years for me to be even aware that it existed. Because I'd never heard of this. When I saw A Kid in King Arthur's Court on VHS in the, 4th, 5th grade, when it was shown to shut the kids up at the end of the year, when the teachers did not want to deal with us anymore.
Of course.
Well, I remember being at the beginning of the film before the film started. The short I remember was Timon and Pumbaa going, a wee mawet, a wee mawet, a wee mawet, a wee mawet. In the jungle, the mighty jungle,
and we got a copy strike.
The lion sleeps tonight. No, we didn't. That's what I remember. I think it was that. No, I'm sorry. It was not that one. It was, when the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. That's the short I remember. And it's a great short. That's a great short. Don't get me wrong. But that's the short I remember being in front of a kid in King Arthur's Court. I think The Sandlot also.
Wow.
A couple other things that came out right around this time that Disney did that you don't think of as being Disney. Could have been Mark Touchstone. But that's what I remember. So I did not know that there was a Mickey Mouse thing like this in 1995. Y'all got to remember, in the 90s, Mickey Mouse was that other character.
Yes.
He wasn't Goofy, because Goofy was a great dad and he had a cool son. He wasn't Donald, because Donald was funny and he had 3 cool nephews and a great uncle that went on adventures.
Yes.
My first introduction to Mickey Mouse as a cool character was in Kingdom Hearts in 2002. Okay? Mickey, by keeping Mickey safe, and keeping this darker Mickey thing away from us, and the fact that I do not remember, not just Mickey Mouse cartoons, I don't remember any of the theatrical shorts that I watched on television, including Disney stuff. I remember Looney Tunes out the wazoo. I remember Tom and Jerry out the wazoo. I remember Pink Panther for days. There is only one Walt Disney short that I remember from this as a kid, and that's the Three Little Pigs one where their dad is hanging up on a wall as sausage links.
Oh my God.
And I remember catching that joke as a kid.
Wow.
Maybe a couple of the other little side ones that you don't realize are Disney, and if it got cut off when it was being recorded on VHS or whatever. But I don't remember. The fact that the only reason I knew about Mickey Mouse is that he was the mascot of Disney. I didn't know him as an entertainer. I didn't care about Mickey. Disney, I think, did not realize this, but I think to a degree they shot themselves in the foot by trying to play it so safe with Mickey. That's why there's another rodent at the top of the pop culture list than Mickey Mouse. Do you know who that rodent is? Pikachu.
That is true. The electrical little
because
mouse.
Pikachu is more popular nowadays than Mickey Mouse.
That's true, because Pokemon's...
Whether you like it or not, that's the
true.
fact.
Yeah,
at the time, Mario was a bigger pop culture icon than Mickey Mouse. And everybody... And Mickey Mouse is such a cultural icon, he never should have slipped. And while this is maybe not, showing Mickey in his best light...
Fair.
I think if this had released with a slew of other Mickey Mouse shorts that were of same quality but maybe not as dark as this one, I think that our generation may remember Mickey Mouse better than what we do, because, like I said, most of what I remember Mickey Mouse of is being at the end of that Muppets at Walt Disney World short that we reviewed earlier this year.
Yeah.
Or was it last year?
Last year.
Either way, that's the main thing I know him from. Until Kingdom Hearts. And he's not even in most of the first Kingdom Hearts.
Fair.
So, yeah. I hate... My first dislike for this is the fact that because this did not get as widely shown, I didn't get to meet Mickey Mouse when he was cool.
The one brief moment, he's actually cool.
Yeah.
Until Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is another matter.
Yeah.
That was when I was coming back into I like cartoons again. I'm no longer trying to be an adult by disliking cartoons. Anyway, what's your second dislike?
I don't have one. I don't have a third one either.
I think if I'm going to bring up any dislike, and this is not really for the cartoon itself, but because of the way we had to watch it.
Yeah.
Where we watched it, the YouTube video does not have any of the title cards or any of the credits.
No.
Which is a shame. I know that most people don't care about that sort of thing. I like seeing them.
Fair.
So, to me, that's part of it. It's like if I were to watch What's Opera Doc and it didn't start off with and it would not feel right to me.
Yeah.
Because it's part of the presentation. So, yeah, the fact that this doesn't have the opening or closing in it on the video we watched is my second and really last dislike.
Fair.
What are you rating this?
9.5. I can't give you anything else.
That's fair.
I love it. Be like, it's a short that is lost, quote unquote, lost the time because it's been buried underneath the Disney vault, as one reviewer put it. I would love for Disney to give this thing a chance and just let other people review it and see it, and actually see it in its full glory, and just put it out there for people to see, and just like give people an opportunity. And I think it would be, beneficial for Disney to do that. They don't have to release everything. Just release this one little short, put it on Disney Plus. Put it as a little special. Hey, we're putting this up for Halloween. Enjoy.
If you don't like it, put it on YouTube.
Get
some ad money off of it.
Yeah. Because somebody's getting ad money for it.
Just don't market for kids, and then you don't have to worry about kids accidentally seeing it.
Exactly.
Because YouTube Kids always works.
Good night. Don't get me started on YouTube Kids.
Yeah,
what are you reviewing it?
I'm giving it a 9. This is done very well. Don't get me wrong, and I do like it.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I'm giving it a half point lower than you is because it's still safe. There's still an air of safeness to it.
Okay.
Like there's a couple of parts in here I didn't get into in my dislikes because it kind of works, kind of doesn't. It just does not. It could have gone a little bit more for the throat, and it doesn't, because it's still, as much as this is subverting Mickey Mouse, they're still aware it's Mickey Mouse, and they don't want to mess with it too much. Yeah.
So, and also, this was edited.
Oh yeah.
This was edited by the Disney ups, and you're like, you got to cut some of this.
Yeah, because it was
this is
there was a lot more of
too...
it. So yeah, I'm giving it a 9 just because it could have been more.
That is fair.
So yeah.
So be like, again, if you have not watched this, go find it on YouTube and share it. Whatever. Give other people who have probably never heard of this to go watch it for themselves and enjoy it. Indeed. So others can see it, and maybe Disney will come around and actually be like, hey, let's release it on this day on a Disney Plus or whatever.
Yeah, we're just asking you to put it on Disney Plus. It's not going to hold up that much server space.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Disney, do better.
Speaking of server space, next week we're going to talk about, or this Friday actually, we're going to talk about a movie that Netflix is probably extremely happy that they've given the server space to. A film of theirs that Sony originally didn't have much faith in, and that's why they sold it to Netflix to begin with, and Sony's probably kicking themselves in the butt now because of it. K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. This is a Sony Pictures animated film.
Which they gave to
Netflix for a lump sum.
Wow.
And Sony's kicking themselves in the butt for it right now.
Yeah.
Because not only has this gone to theaters, it's coming to theaters again next week.
As the musical, I believe? The musical...
The sing-along version is releasing in theaters again. Because that's how it originally released in theaters the first time.
I keep hearing really good things about this.
Admittedly, when it first came out, I wasn't thinking of it because it's got kind of a weird name. Admittedly,
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, and it's like, well, I'm not a big K-pop guy.
Yeah,
and I thought maybe it'd be good. I wasn't sure. And I was like, oh, I'll watch this when I get around to it. And then it blew up on the internet. And a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, told me I needed to watch it. Chase.
Oh, okay.
So if he's telling me to watch it, I probably ought to.
Okay.
I found that out during the waterfall incident.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
But I did watch it at home by myself without interruption the first time. And I kind of fell in love with it, too. But Dallas from Geek Devotions is actually joining us on that episode. So join us for that next week.
Dallas the Panda.
Yes. See if he's as... he's not like Derpy. You don't even know who Derpy is yet.
No, I don't.
The cat.
The cat.
You've had to have seen pictures of this, screenshots of this.
Oh, Derpy Cat. Yeah.
The big blue derpy cat.
Yeah, from... Hold
K-pop
on.
Demon Hunters.
No.
You'll find out.
Okay.
You won't be able to miss them. So join us next week for that. In the meantime, we're going to play some bumpers and talk about our next couple episodes of Outlaw Star.
This podcast is a proud member of Culture Box. Whether you enjoy geeky reviews, comedy, or original fiction, you can open up the Culture Box and find something excellent for your soul. Point your web browser to culturebox.media.
This week, we suggest checking out Monster Island Film Vault. Hey, kaiju lovers, looking for a podcast that's a fun listen and takes big monsters seriously? Then check out the Monster Island Film Vault, a podcast seeking entertainment and enlightenment through tokusatsu. Host and film curator Nate Marchand and his rotating roster of guest hosts take academic yet fun deep dives into the wide world of giant monster films and television, discussing their artistic merits, or lack thereof, and their historic and cultural context, giving you a greater appreciation for an underappreciated genre. You'll hear about Godzilla, King Kong, Gamera, and more, while also getting a crash course into topics ranging from history to sociology to science. Along the way, you'll hear audio drama segments chronicling Nate's many misadventures on Monster Island with a colorful cast of characters, including his intrepid producer, Jimmy from NASA, who still owes me $5. So pay a visit to the Monster Island Film Vault at monsterislandfilmvault.com. Cellcast would also like to thank the following patrons. The Monster Island Film Vault.
Thanks, Nate.
Edwin Gonzalez, Artsy Steph, and Book of Gaming.
Thank you.
If you would like to have your name shouted out on the show, some special art from Jacob, and uncut episodes, you can donate to us at the $5 level over on Patreon, or for an additional $5 in the year 2026, you can force us to review something within reason. We do reserve the right to say no, but you can join us on that episode when we do record it. So
we're looking at you, Bobo.
Yeah, we fear for what you will bring us. Probably that Commodore 64 video you tried to make us watch before.
Oh gosh!
But join us. Do that. Go donate to us at the $10 level for making stuff like that happen. Also, go donate to us on our Redbubble store. Donate to us. Buy our T-shirts and stickers and such over on our Redbubble store. Just search for the Cellcast over there, and I will eventually have links in our show notes.
Every dime helps.
Yes, we do appreciate that. Some of us don't get overtime anymore.
No. Or be like, even if you can't purchase anything, be like, you listen to it, immediately listen to us on your favorite podcast feed, share it with friends, like it, give reviews, give stars. On YouTube, be like, share, like, comment. It helps the algorithm and allows other people to see what we're doing and hopefully grow and expand what we're doing over here.
Exactly. So, please, go help us with that. Also, whenever Jacob's liking artist streams start back up again, please support him over there. And join me on Tuesday nights for a little bit of Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remix currently. So, yeah, all that good stuff. And we got rated by Geek Devotions.
Hey, Geek Devotion.
I am curious, what does no OT mean? No overtime? Oh, yeah, no overtime. I didn't mention that. No overtime, yeah. Yeah, I don't get overtime anymore.
That's fine.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was not thinking of that as the abbreviation for overtime. So, yeah.
I was thinking, it's like, wait a minute. Are we talking about Dude Perfect, their little skit show they do overtime? I was like, no.
No. I mentioned some of us don't get overtime anymore.
I get it.
I don't get overtime anymore. It's a shame. But, why don't we go ahead and jump into, if I can make sure I click the right thing.
Yeah.
Outlaw Star.
Welcome to the future. Transferring to autopilot mode. A place where good guys finish last.
I'll make them wish they'd never been born.
A quick draw is the best defense.
Nothing personal, but I'm here to kill you.
And your wits are all you can count on. A future where one treasure is coveted above all else.
Tell me the coordinates of the galactic ley line.
Legend speaks of the galactic ley line, offering the ultimate power of the universe to those who seek its glory.
The doors have opened.
Utilizing the latest technology, a living starship has been built with the power to find the galactic ley line.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All systems green.
By twist of fate, it has fallen into the hands of an outlaw. An outlaw named Gene Starwind.
Well, let's blow some hot kisses to my devoted fans.
His luck is about to change. Goodbye, Gene. Together with his crew of bounty hunters, he'll take to the stars.
Accelerate and fly down their throats.
Outlaw Star. Weekdays at 5:30. Time to roll the dice. Only Toonami.
Or in my case, 11:30 at night
Yes.
on Adult Swim.
Oh my gosh! But to hear Peter Cullen do that—that's just amazing.
Oh, yes.
Love it.
Into Burning Space.
Yes.
Written by Hajime Yatate and directed by Mitsuru Hongo. In this episode, Gene and Hilda defeat McCoy with the protagonists. And our protagonist then escape into space ahead of his men. They get into a game of chicken with a Kataro ship led by Aisha Clan.
Oh my gosh.
Who ends up destroying their pursuers in a fit of rage after losing. Aisha is demoted after letting the Horus escape and is left behind on Blue Heaven. When the Horus reaches an agreed-upon rendezvous point, Hilda finds that the Guild pirates have killed all of her friends. The crew of the Horus escapes the Guild, and they set a course for Farfallus. New cast for this one. We've got Aisha Clan, played by Lenore Zahn.
Mm-hmm. Who also voiced Rogue.
I was getting to that in trivia. You just destroyed the only trivia I had for this episode.
Womp, womp, womp. You're welcome.
Ronald McDougal was played by Ivan Buckley, and Harry McDougal played by Steve Staley. Something. Yeah, as I said, my trivia for this one is that Aisha Clan's English voice actress, Lenore Zahn, best known for her work in the 1992 animated series X-Men as Rogue.
And X-Men 97.
And
the upcoming season 2. And they already announced season 3.
Of course they did.
Of course.
Why they couldn't announce all this with season 1, I don't know.
Don't know.
Maybe they'll call the next one X-Men 98. And
they're calling it
X-Men
season
99.
2.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I'm being more facetious than anything else.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this episode?
Oh my gosh. Be like, you get the introduction of Aisha. It's like, oh my gosh, this crazy cat.
And her crew.
Of lackeys who are just, oh, shoot. They're all just shouting, shoot. Kill. Oh my gosh.
You people need help.
Cats need help. Like, okay, they run into the Catal, and it's just like, oh crap, man, everybody's scared of them. We know nothing about them except for, oh, they're we get the narration from hold on, what's the character from Bebop? Hold on, come on, think, Jacob, think.
Spike?
No, it's not Spike. Crap. I know. Oh, never mind. I'm losing points forgetting what this character's name is.
There's a reason I'm not helping you.
Well, appreciate it. Let me just hang here. Thanks.
No. The reason is I can't help you. I don't remember the guy's name either.
Oh, okay. So we're both lost as a goose. Either or, it's you have this continuous adventure to wherever this mysterious ship is, and they be like, it's one hurdle after another trying to get there, and the entire time it's more like, okay, we get Gene, who is supposed to be our main character, and all he does the entire time is whine about everything.
Well, I mean, he is dealing with
like I get it, but like he's dealing with the loss of his dad.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of PTSD.
Yeah, he's got PTSD.
And being in
from
space
that
has not helped him any in that. The fact that, spoiler, he gets over that.
Yeah, he
to
does
a degree.
Yeah,
is amazing in and of itself.
Right.
But here, he's still getting sick to his stomach, being motion sick in space.
Yeah, motion sick. This is what you see most of Gene do, and him being his puffed up ego that it's like, oh yeah, I can do this. And you see him run off, or Jim trying to console him, and Yeah, a lot of that be like you get, the introduction of Aisha Clan, and it's just like, oh great, here comes the crazy cat lady.
At least we get a break from her for another episode.
Yeah, another episode. But so yeah, we get that Aisha is a little bit reckless and has a little is over exaggeration of what Aisha does is, oh, the ship's going away, just blow away everything in front of it. That sounds like a brilliant plan. No wonder you get stuff stuck on Blue Haven.
Well, she's not stuck there for long.
No, she's not.
But we'll get there.
Yeah, because it'd be like, at first, it's more like, okay, who's really in charge? Is Aisha in charge? Because obviously it says later, but it's like, wait a minute, who's really in charge? Because she's walking around barking orders at everybody. It's like, okay, maybe she's in charge?
She's technically, I think, the captain of the ship, the commanding officer. Mm-hmm. But there's probably people below her that are actually in charge of doing the actual things. And
yeah, probably.
Once she lets Hilda get away, she kind of loses any standing she had.
And she loses her fur over it. Figuratively.
It happens.
It does. And so, be like, you have this interesting description by everybody talking about the Catal. It's like, oh my gosh, they're fierce, the cat people that will tear you to shreds. I'm like, okay. And then our only example is Aisha, crazy cat lady, who's just more like, oh, okay. Yeah. Again, I've already watched the series, so I know what happens. It's like, oh, okay. So you're really not that dangerous.
Well, like all cats, they puff themselves up.
Yeah, so with certain Gene Starwin.
So she fits in.
Yeah.
So, this is a fun little episode.
Yeah, I agree, it's fun.
From a story perspective, it doesn't do much other than get you off Blue Heaven, introduces Aisha, which didn't technically have to happen here. It could have happened elsewhere, but it works here. And then we find out, oh, the pirates have killed the people she was going to go meet, so now we're going to go on to where we were going anyway. Okay, it's more of this is a transitionary episode.
It is.
It's one of those that is there because the manga did it.
Yeah.
So they had to go do this, and now they're going where the manga went, even though granted that's not entirely true. Because I did do some looking up, and apparently what happens to Hilda in the next episode happened in the first chapter.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so just not the same way.
So 4 episodes span.
They gave her more of a role in the anime. So, but yeah, this is a good episode. It's a very transitionary episode. It doesn't really add much to the mystery.
Okay.
But as the kind of the slowing act before the climax in the next episode.
I got you.
This is kind of a 4-part story.
Yeah, agreed.
That we're in the middle of.
It is.
This is very much we get a little bit of action with them playing chicken with the Catal ship.
True.
And finding out, the pirates are working with the McDougalls. Ooh, who are the McDougalls? We'll find out more next episode.
Yeah.
They're evil.
Crazy.
Oh, especially
like
Harry.
Everybody else in this series,
Especially
they're all
Harry.
crazy.
But yeah, why don't we go ahead and jump into that next one?
Yeah.
When the hot ice melts. Gee, I wonder what's going to happen in this episode. It was written by
Foreshadowing.
It was written by Hajime Yatate and directed by Mitsuru Hongo.
I'm so glad you can pronounce those words, those names. I couldn't.
I can because I've played games that use these same names and they say it over and over and over again.
Fair.
So, and plus, once you've played a lot of these, you hear a lot of these names, and you're paying attention to them, you realize they're patterns.
Got it.
In Japanese words.
Yeah.
And meet here. Anyway, Horus arrives at Farfallis and docks on an asteroid containing the XGP-15A-2, an advanced
mouthful.
Yes, an advanced spaceship. Hilda turns on Gilliam 2, the XGP-15A-2's computer, and informs it that she, Jean, Jim, and Malfina are the ship's crew. Malfina displays her ability to link her mind with the ship. while the
And
guild
body,
pirates
apparently.
arrive and attempt to gain control of the XGP-15A-2. They are thwarted by the McDougal brothers, who are on a mission to destroy the XGP-15A-2. Gene recognizes their ship as the one that attacked his father's ship 6 years ago. Gene, Jim, and Melfina escape the planet's gravity well by breaking out of the asteroid, while Hilda and Melfina escape the planet's gravity well by while Hilda sacrifices herself to protect them from the guild. Gene names the ship the Outlaw Star in Hilda's honor, because outlaws are just people who do for themselves. They are not. They just live for themselves. Is what it says. New cast for this episode: we've got Peter Spellos as Gilliam 2, the ship's computer. And for trivia, all we've got is that this is the third and last episode in which neither Aisha nor Suzuka, who we've not met yet, do not appear. One of those two characters is in all of the remaining episodes. So, I really hope you like Aisha Clan, because she's going to be here a lot. What are your thoughts on this episode?
Oh my gosh!
And the death of Hot Ice Hilda.
Yeah, that was good. There was a little bit of a, I don't know. It was a little bit of I like the plot. I like the I love how Hilda does sacrifice herself. There's a little bit of I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's a little bit of continuity problems here with those episodes. Primarily, especially when they get into the gravity well of the sun.
Continue. I want to make sure if I do any correcting, I want to make sure I'm correcting. I'm not overcorrecting.
Right. So be like all three of the ships, like everybody's trapped in the gravity well of the star, and they're being pulled in. But then you see where Ice Heel, what's her name again?
Hot Ice Hilda.
Hot Ice Hilda. Thank you.
Just call her Hilda.
Yeah, Hilda. Hot Ice Hilda is able to escape through her shuttle. And so there's so much of it where it's like they're being drawn into the sun by the gravity well, but then all of a sudden be like the Outlaw Star, which is named later, is later on in the episode is more okay. It's able to break free. Be like, yeah, obviously it's got a very powerful engine.
Yes.
And to be like, okay, she's able to do this. And I'm like, wait a minute, how close it is to... Because I had this one thought run through my head. Again, this is cartoon logic. I get it.
I'm not even... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, at the same time, I actually looked it up. It's like, how far away from the sun can you get until you burn up? Which is 1,000,000 miles away.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, okay... And from depiction of this, be like they're very close to the sun. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's a smaller star. I don't know, but I'm thinking like,
okay, let me help.
Logically, it makes no sense, but I get where they're going.
No. Let me dispel some stuff here, and it's very, very simple stuff. For one thing, this is space fantasy.
Yeah, I'm aware,
and I say that not as a pushing. It's like this is the genre, which means. The technology does not have to have any science behind why it's more advanced than what we have now. It just does.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars. We don't really have to know why blasters are more powerful than our current lasers. They just are. There's no reason behind it. So the idea that all of these alien spacesuits that we see them in between the ships, them being able to hold up to that, yeah, that's a little on the crazy side, I'll grant you.
Yeah.
But I kind of can go with it because more advanced technology than
it's science fiction.
It's science fantasy. There's a difference between science fiction
and science fantasy. Be like
in science fantasy.
The laws of gravity be darned.
No.
Laws of physics is what I mean to say. Be darned.
The physics are there. It's just there's a lot of. If this was Star Trek, there'd be technobabble to explain it. This isn't Star Trek. There's no technobabble. It just is.
Yeah. I'll agree.
So don't think about it too hard. But here's my fan theory. They are using a lot more heat-resistant materials than we have currently available.
Yes.
Not just on their spacesuits, but on all the spacecraft.
Okay.
So they can actually get in closer to the sun's corona, or the star's corona, than anything we've got, or is technically possible by our understanding of physics right now.
Yes.
If you're asking about why could the Outlaw Star get away while the other ships couldn't?
Yeah, because
for one thing, the only other ships we see that are having trouble getting away during that time are the grappler ship section of the pirates' ship, because the rest of it had got blown up already.
Yeah.
And the Horus.
Yeah, Horus, yeah.
The Horus was damaged.
Yeah. And she escaped through her
and she
escape pod.
was being held on by the pirate grappler ship, which itself could not escape because it did not have the thrusters for it anymore. Yeah. Horus probably could have escaped had it not been grappled by the pirate ship.
That's fair.
Why she could not use the drop ship that was connected back to Horus by this point?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that was
so don't get me there.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense, because it's like, okay, you have the option of the drop ship,
right?
Be like, and I don't know if that drop ship would have the propulsion to pull the stuff away from the gravity well.
It would have at least more. It would actually have more of a chance because it's able to get off the gravity well of a planet, which we can only do now with something about the size of a Saturn V rocket. Actually, we can get a little smaller than that now, but you know what I mean. It's a multi-story skyscraper of a machine that has to get a tiny little pod off the ground.
Right.
The dropship can obviously do that. So, I mean, it's got a little bit more power than, say, what we currently know. But at the same time, the Horus may have just been doomed from where it was. She might have been able to escape.
From that perspective,
but she also, the Horus doesn't look like it really has a spot where it could have connected back onto the Outlaw Star either.
Right.
It could have maybe, but it's definitely not designed to work with it.
Okay.
And it could be that it was more damage than the anime was letting on.
Okay.
But basically came down to is Hilda's not in the rest of the manga. We've already held on to her longer than we could, than the original story did. So we want to have her go out in a blaze of glory.
Oh, I agree. I think her
and plus this gets rid of the pirates.
Her demise is interesting because she takes what is initially a cyanide capsule that goes off like a nuclear bomb.
It's actually supposed to be a grenade in her tooth.
That makes sense too.
Not necessarily a cyanide tablet.
Yeah,
and we think of that because we've seen so many spy films where that's what it was.
Exactly.
But this is just supposed to be a grenade that was in her mouth, in her tooth. I assume maybe she was supposed to originally set it off and then spit it. I guess was maybe the original thought process behind this. But it definitely is a weapon of last resort, as you've seen here.
Yes.
Now, here's a fun fact. When this was shown on Toonami, they did not show her exploding.
Yeah.
All they did was cut away right before the explosion so that your thought is they crashed into the sun.
Yeah.
Tell me which sounds more horrible to you. Burning up in the ever-blazing fires of a star or exploding? I mean, granted, I don't want to do either one.
Yeah.
But that's how... But the censors let it go that way.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I get what you're saying there. I don't think it's technically a continuity error. There might be some logical inconsistency in there.
That's what we're getting is the logical inconsistencies, because it'll be like if you're doing a science fantasy, obviously Horus 2 even mentions that, but like at this point we're like, if we try to assist her, we're going to be pulled in the sun ourselves.
And they're already slowly getting pulled in because the pirate ship sends off that other anchor into the Outlaw Star.
Right.
And that's what Hilda's original plan is, to get onto the Outlaw Star from Horus, is to basically climb that anchor all the way up to the ship. Well, when Creepy Girl attaches to her and she realizes there's no way she can get there without everybody dying, that's when she goes ahead and goes out in a blaze of glory.
Pops the tooth.
Right. So, yeah, I think that it's not intended to like I said, just think extremely hard about this. This is supposed to be a fun science fiction.
Oh, yeah,
romp.
I agree.
Plus, this is more based on the setting than it is actually the science.
Right. Oh, agreed. It was just one of those weird questions I had in my mind. It's like, wait a minute, how far away from the sun can you get, or far away close you to this close to the sun until you burn up, which apparently is 1 million miles apparent to our sun.
And I will say most of the size of the sun in this is more based on how cool will it look on screen than
agreed.
any scientific application.
Yeah.
So, and plus the fact that this dock that the Outlaw star is in the whole time is like right there at the edge.
Yeah.
It could have gotten knocked into the zone into the sun at any time.
Yeah.
But
and like I do appreciate the episode, and I think it's a little, again, this is nitpick, it's more of a very tactless of how the very last of the episode is more, it's like, hey Horace, be like, I know what to name you now, and the Outlaw star, and it's like, okay, you just, a woman who literally gave you this ship, and you just be like, oh, I finally figured out the name of it. Now, I understand from the conversation between him and Hilda what an outlaw was.
Yes.
But I was like, Outlaw star, and I was like, are you basing the star because it's on your shoulder?
I don't think it's that. I think that's more of a nice happenstance.
Possibly.
I think literally his idea is it is actually supposed to be named in honor of Hilda because she was an outlaw and she went out in a star.
Okay.
That's my theory. It also fits in with his general nomenclature because he does have the star wind thing is his motif.
Yeah.
It fills two roles.
Okay, that makes sense.
But you can tell when you're watching this that it's not like he named the ship this out of a middle finger to Hilda or anything.
No,
he actually is broken up by her sacrifice. They all are.
Yeah.
So I think this is definitely more named for her than anything in any other motif that he may have going on. It may double as that motif, but
probably. But it's a double meaning, a double entendre.
So we need to talk about one other thing, I think, before we cut out of here based on this, and that is on this new ship, how Melfina connects into it.
Oh, yeah.
Because admittedly, this was my first episode back in the day. I didn't know what was going on, okay?
Fair.
I'd never seen the show. I just know I was just gotten home from a football game, from marching in the band. I'm hot, tired. I kind of just want to watch TV and go to bed.
Yeah.
And this show was on Cartoon Network, and I'm watching it, not really paying close. It's just like, oh, cool, it's a spaceship show. And then they go with how Melfina actually operates in her console. I'm like, what the crap is going on here? She's in a tube that can somehow connect. Because she connected telepathically to the ship? Is the liquid some kind of bio-neural gel that connects into her? Because here's a hint at possible future revelations we've not touched on yet. Is she human?
True.
Or is she something else?
True.
I'm not going to get into that yet.
Yeah.
But
was she designed for something? We don't know yet.
There's a lot about Melfina we don't know yet.
Yeah,
now, obviously,
all of our characters we really don't know.
And despite the fact she can't decide if she's going to have a little girl's way of thinking or an adult woman's way of thinking, because she obviously knows some things in this one. But very much still a mystery behind this girl. But yeah, that was definitely an eye-opener, especially since I watched it the first time, and I thought, oh, I wonder if the censors did that, or if that's how that's supposed to be. Am I supposed to be watching this? Am I going to get in trouble if my parents walk in? Probably. 11 o'clock at night, I don't care. I'm just saying, ooh, she's cute. Grant, that actually was one of my worries when I was watching this episode, because I've not seen the whole show uncut in a long time, or ever uncut, and this is definitely the uncut version.
Right.
I was fully expecting when the little door opened to reveal her that her hands weren't going to be crossed. I was fully expecting, like, please let them be cross. I don't want to have to explain anything. I don't want to regret putting this on the Cellcast. Because we try not to do stuff like that.
Ninja Scroll, anybody? You're welcome.
I said try.
Yeah, try. Try is the word.
So, yeah. I have room to talk because...
Yeah,
Paprika.
Paprika, yeah. Paprika it's an amazing movie.
But there's stuff in that movie I forgot about.
There is. It happens.
So, yeah, I was a little worried about that. It's like, oh, thank goodness. She is mostly covered.
She's decent.
She could be shown on late night Japanese television. Yay. This is not technically going against standards and practices.
Yes.
So... I think that's the end where we need to end this because we've kind of gotten off the rails. I don't want to. That's the one thing we hadn't touched on is how of all the everything else in this you can kind of how everyone else controls the ship you can kind of guess, other than the fact that this little the control cockpit raises up when it's in use, which I don't understand why it does. Mode. I've never understood why it did that either, but hey, it does that, so it's cool. But you have Melfina and how she works, and it's like, what's going on? But yeah, I think next week, I don't have the thing up. Because our next two episodes, I think, are more, we're not going to call it filler necessarily, but they are definitely more the adventure of the week. So next week we've got the Beast Girl ready to pounce. I wonder who that's about. And the Beautiful Assassin. I wonder who that's about.
Yeah.
Just say the rest of the crew will be joining us next week.
Yes.
So, yeah. And we'll cover all that next week. Yes. You got anything else to say before we cut out of here?
I don't. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and all those who hopped on either YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch.
And Rumble, too, technically.
Thank you for popping in whenever you did and giving us support. And thank you, Geek Devotions, for the raid. And yeah, we'll catch you guys this Friday. We have 2 episodes back to back.
Yes.
This week. And we will be reviewing
K-Pop Demon Hunters.
Thank you. I forgot the name.
So join us join us Friday for that. In the meantime, this has been Drew.
This is Jacob.
And we'll catch you in the next frame.
To follow Jacob and Drew's individual internet exploits, check out the Linktree links in the show notes.
Eventually.
You can email us at thecellcastpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter or X at @cast_cell. Follow our Facebook page, The Cellcast Podcast, and join our Facebook group, The Cell Nation, our YouTube channel, Cellcast, and our Rumble channel, The Cellcast Gaming. You can join us every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central for our live recordings of our episodes on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. You can also join Drew on those same streaming channels on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Central for gaming streams. You can listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else fine podcasts can be downloaded from. Please rate and review us where you found us. Our theme song is Drop and Roll by Silent Partner. Our bad movie theme is It's Party Time by Gregory Snegoff, with additional audio from the film Titanic: The Legend Goes On, and remember, that's Cell with a single L.
Minnie's anniversary, well, her first date, and she's no longer mad at me. Now I can disappear for 3 or 4 years while I go into the world of darkness to find a golden keyblade to shut the world of darkness, while a bunch of Final Fantasy characters help a weird, strange little boy that I'll have Goofy and Donald go help out. I just lost at the end.
You did, but it was fine. It was fine.